Super exciting. I know we've both been working like crazy as all the other 16 teams besides the Pacers have, and super excited to talk about the brand logos tonight, about the 2K League, and chat a little bit with you guys and do a Q&A at the end for sure. So I want to make this clear. Grant and I will both be doing giveaways tonight. So at each 100
Hey, giveaways.
So at each 100 viewers, so as soon as we hit 100, we will stop. We will roll a giveaway.
Which for anyone listening, we're almost, there, 20 away. So
Yes, 20 away. I will be giving away this shirt to one lucky winner at each 100 viewers. And Grant, what will you be dropping?
we also have the Fire, Wizards District gaming shirts to also give away. So Cody and I will both be giving away a shirt for every 100 viewers. So we really want this to, have a very community feel. So please feel free to share the show with anyone else out there who might not be in chat, and really, we want to give you guys swag. So get people in here.
Totally. Well said. Also, I want to mention before we jump right into it that I do have brand new sub badges or excuse me, not badges, but emotes. So I have the brand new Pacers emote. I have Grant's beautiful face if you want to spam that on Twitch. And I have the green bean emote, which is fun to spam in people's chats when they're hitting those green bean threes in 2K. And I think, Grant, don't you have something too?
Yes. So for anyone who subs to me, we actually have brand new sub badges. So for everyone familiar with the Corgi squad, we now have completely new and revamped Corgis. They have cute little Wizards District Gaming hats on them now. We also have new emotes for my channel as well. So if anyone wants to spam Cody's face and then also his Wizards District logo, you can do so if you're a sub.
Awesome. So I have Nightbot pulled up and ready to go for when we hit that first 100 viewer mark. And to make sure it's clear, we will both be giving away a t-shirt. So you could win a Wizards t-shirt or a Pacers t-shirt at every 100 viewers we hit tonight. I don't have my notifications on, but I just want to say thank you so much to Super Duper Ace for the sub and everybody else for the follows tonight. I won't be able to shout out all of you, but thank you so much. It means a lot.
Yeah, and I think before we even get started, I know when we initially announced the show, the plan was to have Adam on the show as well. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here tonight for various reasons. We're looking to have him on the show next week, so it will happen. But for right now, you have to deal with just me and Cody. So the coming soon is more like next week. It's not literally today.
Exactly. Okay, so with that said, Grant, you wanna start us off?
Yeah, so I think, Cody and I have some topics to run through that we put together earlier today. Just, a rough outline. We'll get to whatever we get to, but, I think if we see questions in chat, please shout them out and we'll do our best to get to them. We want this to be very conversational. And in the end, we're here to share what we're working on and then also share, any answers that we can with you guys. So for those of you who might have missed it or have not been following along, we've officially unveiled all of the brand identities for the 17 teams who are participating in NBA 2K League. Cody and I are obviously wearing the merch for our respective teams, but for anyone who hasn't checked it out, NBA 2K League just tweeted a photo containing all of the logos. So very exciting time for us. From our Cody's gotta represent. From our perspective, I think a lot of work goes in behind the scenes in terms of what actually goes into making a logo. And I know, from a community perspective, you only kind of see the finished product, and we wanted to share a little bit about, for our teams, what went into making the logos. So Cody, you want to start off with kind of the inspiration for the Pacers logo and kind of what went into what you guys were working with?
Yeah, definitely. So for our logo, if you guys don't know, the Pacers mascot, his name is Boomer, and he's a Panther, and he's been our mascot since I believe 1991, 1992. So we love Boomer. He's courageous. He's confident, and he represents the whole state of Indiana in basketball. So we wanted to transform Boomer into almost a new dimension and into the millennial audience. And he's sly, he's sleek, and like I said, he represents basketball in Indiana. And like we always say, we know basketball better than anyone else. No offense, Grant, but
None taken.
this is Indiana. So we're super happy with our logo. Appreciate all the feedback you guys have given us, and can't wait to get our merch out to some lucky winners tonight, and just keep spreading the love. What about you, Grant?
Yeah, so I think a lot of the same thoughts went into our logo as well. So for those of you who have seen it, obviously I'm wearing it right here, but the 3 stars kind of pay tribute to the city of DC. So the flag, which is actually goes all the way back to George Washington's original coat of arms. So we wanted to keep it very, very centered around the city. I think with the NBA 2K League being so regionalized and really focused on kind of creating that organic homegrown appeal. We really wanted to kind of pay tribute to the city that we're based in. We also have, and this is kind of a little subtle, but actually the spaces in between the W are actually in the shape of the Washington Monument. So
Ooh, that's cool. I
obviously,
didn't know that.
yeah. So it's it's a nice little extra tidbit. So we are our ownership group's called Monumental Sports and Entertainment. So it kind of pays tribute to not only our ownership group, but also to kind of one of the nation's largest treasures in the actual monument. And then I think the W obviously for Washington and kind of really again having that organic community centered feel. But I think everyone, you guys have given great feedback on our logo as well. So we're really excited that we were able to share it with you guys. And I think for us the most amazing thing is seeing it on merch because it looks fantastic.
Totally. I agree. I think I might be a little biased, but I think we have two of the best logos.
Oh yeah,
th-
easily.
there are some really cool ones, but I don't know. In chat right now, if you guys shout out your favorite logos that you saw. Personally, I love mine, of course, but I think Grant and the Wizards came up with something pretty awesome, and
Yeah,
the meaning behind it is so cool too.
yeah. Cody and I are a little biased, but you guys are you guys are free to judge all of the logos independently. We won't take offense, but please let us know, and we'll really. Wow, there's a lot of Pacers.
Hey,
Cody,
my
you got some
guys.
fans right there.
There we go. Love it.
um,
There's some
but yeah,
Cavs.
so
Cool.
I think kind of one piece to go off of that is we would be remiss not to plug all of our handles that are now launched around these brands. So Cody, where can people kind of check out more Pacers gaming content and really see what you guys are working on?
Yeah, so excuse me, at Pacers_gaming on Twitter. Make sure you follow us there. And then it's at Pacers Gaming on Facebook and Instagram. And stay tuned for more socials that should drop here soon. But that's where you find everything Pacers Gaming for sure. And I'm controlling the handles right now, so there's great content coming your way. What about you, Grant?
It also means though, if you see something you don't like, blame Cody. No,
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
shh. No.
But yeah, so everything Wizards District related, we can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We also have a Snapchat. It's all at Wizards DG. So we wanted to keep it short and sweet for you guys. So please feel free to drop us a follow there, and we'll have a lot of good content coming as well. I'm also running those handles, so same applies to me. If you see something you don't like, chances are it's my fault. But I think on that note, this was kind of the 1 week to really kick things off for us. We've been working on this probably for the past 4.5 months or so, really getting to this point. And so I think now it's time to talk about what comes next. And Cody, do you want to kind of dive into that?
Totally. And I just want to say this again. I see a donation in chat. I don't have my notifications on, but thank you so much, Power Designs, for the $3. I appreciate it. All the hosts, all the follows, all the subs so far tonight, too. Thank you so much. Yeah, so to jump right in, I think most people know the tryout mode starts in January now. It's been announced that you have to win 50 games in Pro-Am, so you can win 50 games in Walk-On Pro-Am, or Team Pro-Am, or a combination of the two. So you can hop in January 1st and start playing Pro-Am. It doesn't matter how fast you get the 50 wins. It doesn't matter what your record is inside those 50 games either. So it's really about just finding the people who want to grind the game and limiting uh, the player pool down a little bit before we get into the advanced data analytic driven tryout mode that will be dropped in February. And again, you can play the tryout mode on Xbox or on PS4. Those are your two options. Also, let's see, Grant. What about the age limit for the tryout mode? Do you have any information there?
Yeah, so this is a question we've been getting a lot, and I know you guys have seen. I think most of the teams that launched this week put up a microsite of some kind. So you have WizardsDG.com, you have BucksGG.com, a number of teams launched sites, and we all wrote our own, FAQs to some extent. There is no hard set date for the 18 or older cutoff yet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not January 1st. It's not February 1st. It's not the end of February. It's not March 1st. It's not by the draft. It's not by season start. There just is not an official date set. So if you're out there and you're looking to be in 2K League, play in the trial mode in January, play through the combine in February. Like, don't miss steps because you think or have heard somewhere that there's a hard set date until you see an official announcement from NBA 2K League, either on their Twitter or on their microsite, where it has a hard cutoff date.
Yep.
Until that happens, and it will happen. That will happen at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But until that happens, don't panic. Don't slide into everyone's DMs freaking out. Just play through the tryout mode, do your best, be the best player you can be, and then when the official announcement comes off on the cutoff date, you can take it for what it is.
Well said. Perfect.
I do what I can. I think that was okay, right?
No, that's great.
But yeah, and I think there's a lot more that goes into it, right? January is the tryout mode. Male or female, all over the world, people are going to be competing for those 50 wins, and really, trying to complete the form and get everything set for January. But from the team side, there's also a lot that we work on during this period, right? So we're working on putting an event together in January. I know a lot of people have been asking for a community event here in DC, so that's something that we're working on and figuring out where exactly that will be hosted and what we can do to kind of make that happen and make it a really special event. And I know Cody's also working on one in Indiana, possibly too.
This is true. Yes, I think everybody knows I held a meetup open play style event back in November, and it was super successful. Thanks again to everyone who came out. I really would like to host a tournament, but we've got some new guidelines, so that's why it's taking me a little bit to make sure I have something nailed down that makes sense for us as the Pacers, that's within the guidelines with the NBA 2K League, and that's something that people would want to come out for. So I apologize, I haven't gotten that information out to you.
Hey Cody,
yet.
not to cut you off, but I think we broke the 100 viewer mark.
Did we break 100 views?
I see 106. I don't know what everyone else sees,
guys.
But
you know what time it is.
I think we have to do a giveaway.
Okay, here we go, chat. Here's what we're going to do. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. Right now, we have hit 100 views. Thank you, Grant, for letting me know. Here's what I want everybody to do. First roll is going to be a Pacers Gaming t-shirt, colored t-shirt. Boom. Okay?
Let's do it. I want to win this shirt. Wait, can I enter to win this shirt? Right?
You can enter. Oh,
okay, yeah. Let's go.
Anyone is eligible.
Yo, I want to win this shirt right now. Let's go.
If you're in the chat, you are eligible. Here's what I want you guys to do. Type Pacers Gaming in chat right now. Okay? 3 minutes. I'll give everybody 3 minutes starting right now.
Wait, is there a space or no space?
No space. Pacers Gaming
no
in the
space,
chat.
guys.
No space. While we're doing this, let's put on a little music.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's get hyped, dude.
Let's do it. You only have to put it once to enter.
Put it what?
Only have to put it once to enter. All right, I see some names coming in. Make sure you type Pacers Gaming, guys. And we will be rolling a Wizards Gaming shirt right after this. All right, I see a few people who haven't typed it yet. I want to make sure everybody in here type Pacers.
Nobody noticed that I
chat.
spilled my water. It's okay. I just don't know how to drink out of a cup.
And again, guys, sorry if we're not reading chat. We will at the end. We'll have plenty of time for a Q&A. Love seeing the green beans, the Pacers emotes in chat, my face, Grant's face. Awesome. Thank you all for being here tonight, too.
Yeah, this is incredible. I think, when Cody and I, and also many of the other managers, we all kind of came together to have this idea to host this weekly talk show. We didn't really know how many people would want to hear us talk. So really excited that you all could come out here, and it's really kind of awesome to see. So thank you guys so much for spending your Thursday night with us.
Totally. Okay, I'm pausing the music. We have 86 users, so there's over 100 people in here. I'll give you guys 15 seconds to enter. Type Pacers Gaming. You only have to enter it one time in chat, and I will roll it in 10 seconds. Okay?
You see the...
Here's what you're winning. Pacers Gaming t-shirt. Boom. All right, here we go. We're rolling it. 3, 2, 1. Grandpa Skittles. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Pacers Gaming t-shirt. Send me a DM on Twitch, okay? Get in touch with me, and then we'll connect on Twitter. Make sure I get your address mailed out to you tomorrow. Okay?
Oh wow.
Grant, what do you want your word to be here?
Let's do Wizards DG.
Wizards
we gotta do it.
Perfect. Okay, guys. Wizards.
No, so anyone who wants this shirt right here. Bam. Let's get it. It's Wizards DG in chat. No spaces.
And Skittles, let me know your size too. Of course, that's key. Okay, here we go. 2 minutes to enter. Wizards GG.
No,
DG.
Come on,
DG.
Cody.
DG, my bad.
Cody, you better enter and win this shirt. I know it's gonna look real good on you.
Oh my gosh, I gotta enter chat.
It's gonna happen at some point that we actually win.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. 91 people in, so we have over 100. Make sure you type Wizards DG in chat. Make sure you guys get in. Again, we will be doing giveaways at every 100 views. So if you guys want to get it again, we got to get to 200. Okay?
80 more people. Let's go. Easy. Twitter's easy, guys. Hit that retweet button.
All right, you ready, Grant?
I think I'm ready. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Turning the music off. Give you guys 10 more seconds, and then we will roll it. Wizards DG in chat, no space.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Davey Bama.
Hey, Davey Bama.
Congratulations. You have a brand new Wizards DG t-shirt.
Send me a DM on Twitch, and we'll get that mailed out to you. Oh, and what size you want?
Congratulations, guys. So if we get to 200 viewers again, we will do a whole nother giveaway. Okay, for Pacers Gaming, you get this t-shirt, and Grant will be doing a Wizards DG t-shirt as well.
Oh God. Right. Wait. Right here.
That
right
is
here,
fresh.
Right here.
That's dope.
Beautiful.
Let's do it. Okay.
All right. So we were talking. We were chatting about stuff. We should probably go back to chatting.
Yes.
So I feel like events in January, right? That's
Yep.
kind of a good topic for us to touch on. So I know everyone out there always says, why don't you just throw an event? It's not that hard. Just pick a place, put a few consoles there, and host an event. So, Cody, do you want to maybe, I think it'd be cool if we shared kind of all of the work and thought that goes behind some of the events we are trying to do, and kind of what we have to work with when we're thinking of one of these things.
Sure. So I want to host my event in Bankers Life Fieldhouse, and that there's a lot that goes into hosting an event at a stadium. You have to think about all the people coming in. You have to hire security. You have to have staff. You have to bring in all the consoles, have all the monitors, all the chairs, have staff to help run the event. Have to build the brackets. Have to have food and beverages. So there's a lot behind the scenes that goes into it. And I want you all to be aware too. We have received guidelines on how to run a tournament, how not to run a tournament as well. So we have to make sure we stay within those guidelines. So it's made our lives a little bit more interesting as we plan events. But like Grant said, he has a great idea for his event. I'm super pumped for what he's doing for the DC area in January, and I'm hoping to follow in his footsteps and come up with something equally as awesome for local Hoosiers here in the area. Do you want to talk about what you're doing, Grant, or is that still top
Yeah, so
secret?
I can share a little bit about ours. I don't want anyone to read too far into it in the event that it doesn't happen. But with the tryout mode, we thought it'd be really cool if we gave people a place every week to actually come out and grind some of their games toward the 50 wins that are required for January. So we're looking at kind of a way to activate a corporate partner around hosting a series of events where every week, say like every Thursday, people could come out and 10 or so grind toward their 50 wins. All while I would be there. We'd have different activations from sponsors there. So it's still in the works. If not, we might go more of just kind of a casual meetup style, but TBD, and that's kind of what we're working on. But like Cody mentioned, there's a lot that goes into hosting an event. Just from a kind of guidelines perspective, it's not something that we can kind of lightly do. It's more that our brand is attached to it. There's physical costs associated with it. So there's a lot that we're working on. So please, patience in when it comes to us hosting events. But it is something that we all understand is really important, and something that we're wanting to have happen soon. So I think we can kind of keep talking. We went through the timeline a little bit, so that was kind of mostly January. I know February is a really hot topic. I can kind of preface our piece of this show with that we don't have any new information to share about February. I think we can reiterate that it really is going to be the tryout period where a in-depth analytic kind of process takes place to really narrow down the pool of everyone who moves through from tryout one. But Cody, I don't know if there's anything you want to add about February, really.
Yeah, I'm super excited myself to see exactly how the tryout mode works. We've heard rumblings, but we still are waiting for exact details because 2K is working hard with the NBA to make sure this tryout mode gives us the highest elite level talent in the world. So they're spending a lot of time getting into the nitty gritty gameplay mechanics to ensure that the draft pool is at the level it should be. So I hope that answers quite a few questions that I get in my DMs every day. There are some very intelligent people working countless hours behind the scenes to make sure this league is successful. So have faith, guys. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and I think this is a good point to add something that I know we get asked a lot. So with the reveals, I know teams did different activations with merch, with swag packs. Just because somebody got a swag pack or a T-shirt
Thank you,
has
Grant. Yep.
it has no bearing on them getting drafted. It has no bearing on them being favorited or anything.
Mm-mm.
It literally just means like somebody at that organization thought that they would have a good social exposure for getting this swag, right?
Exactly. Yep.
So it has nothing to do with them getting drafted. So and we'll go even further, right? We can't draft anybody who does not go through the tryout process uh, and make it into the draft in March. It's not possible. It doesn't matter how good you are. You have to go through the process. So there is no favorites. There's no draft board behind me. Like, you don't see me on a whiteboard right now saying like, oh, I know my 85 or my 5 players I'm going to draft. Because it's not possible until we see the pool. So please, please, please go through the draft process. If you want to be a 2K League player, please practice your hardest. It will be a very balanced, level playing field that will truly find only the top talent for 2K, and especially in February. So hopefully that clears some of the things that we got this past week up. But that was something that I think we needed to be said.
Agreed. Do we want to move on to housing potentially?
Yeah, I'm down. Let's chat housing.
Good deal. I'll start us off. So we've been asked quite a few times: Are you doing a gaming house? Are you doing apartments? Where will the housing be? What will it look like? And we'll both touch a little bit on each of our plans. Again, every single team is different. So what the Pacers and Wizards are doing might not be what the Cavs and the Pistons are doing. So here at the Pacers, we will be doing apartments for our players. It will be in downtown Indianapolis. And I think Grant will touch more on this, but I think having a work-life balance is key. And this is a full-time job. We want to house our guys close enough to our training facility, which will be located right next to Bankers Life Fieldhouse where the Pacers play. And we want the guys to be able to wake up in the morning, eat, do their morning routine, and go to the training facility and spend time grinding, watching film, working out, meeting with nutritionists, all of the above. All of our facilities, our guys will have access to every single facility that the Fever have, which is our WNBA team, the Mad Ants, our G League team, and the Pacers, obviously, our NBA team. So when we're done with all of our practicing, our scrims, you get to go home. You can walk right back to your apartment. You have your own place, and you can enjoy your evening. So I think that's the advantage of having apartments as opposed to a gaming house where you wake up, you live with the guys you sit with for 8 to 12, 14 hours a day, and then you literally walk 10 steps back to your room. So we like the idea of apartments here at the Pacers, and I have a feeling Grant might say something similar.
Yeah, so I can echo pretty much what Cody said. So for a couple of different reasons, the likely housing option for Wizards District Gaming will be apartments as well. For those of you not familiar with the DC housing market, there aren't many 6 to 7 bedroom houses located in downtown DC. Just the reality of living in a city. It is what it is. But again, I think what Cody mentioned, I've been in enough gaming houses to know it's not really a great environment. You're no other profession has you really live with the people that you work with. And I think, there's something to be said about, it's great if all 5 guys are best friends, but there's also something to be said about being able to have a professional relationship with the other 4 guys in your team, and then still, having some time to decompress by yourself and have a little bit of alone time in apartments as well. So I will let you know, we're fully on the hunt for an apartment solution in DC that would have you within walking distance of our arena. Our practice area is going to be built in, again, like Cody and the Pacers, right next to our arena. So, again, should be a quick 5 to 10 minute walk. And then you would walk into a really nicely made practice facility, have your morning routine, practice till, 7 or 6 o'clock, and then, go home to your apartments to have a little bit of free time as well. So I think that's kind of the solution that we're leaning towards. Again, every team is different, but I think in general, the work-life balance is a really important aspect. And for anyone who's lived in a gaming house or been in a gaming house, can definitely relate to that.
Mhm.
Uh,
May I back up real quick because I want to make sure we say something
yeah,
that's super
Cody,
exciting.
this is our show. We can do whatever we
Let's
want.
do it. Awesome.
That's why
I
we're
love it.
here. Let's
I love it.
go.
So first thing I want to say, guys, if we get to 200 viewers, someone's going home with a brand new Pacers gaming shirt and potentially a Wizards gaming shirt too. We will do another giveaway at 200 viewers. Second, on the draft, we talked about the tryout mode, but the draft itself, Brendan Donahue announced that it will be a public event. So that means,
Oh, good call. I forgot to mention that. Thank you.
yeah. So it will be a live draft, and we are waiting to hear the exact location, but it will be a live draft, and it will be streamed online and potentially broadcast on traditional media as well. So we are really looking forward to the draft in March. It's going to be a full event. And Grant, do you have anything else to say about it?
No, I mean, I'll tease everyone a little bit. I think some of the league folk have been touring some different sites and possibilities for the live draft. Everything I've heard it has been extremely exciting in terms of possible venues. So just stay tuned. The draft is going to be an incredible experience, and it's definitely going to be a great experience for anyone who's involved from a team or player perspective.
Awesome. Well said. I can't wait.
So I think, this is kind of a good place where, Cody and I wanted to give you guys, a look into just not only 2K League, but also our lives. And then we also wanted to save time for questions at the end. So I think everyone knows the holidays are, right around the corner. So Cody, I never knew how much fun the holidays were at a sports team. So, I mean, maybe you can talk a little bit about what it's like to work at Pacers and especially over the holidays.
Well, first, I know you have a good story in mind, so I'll let you lead it off for sure.
I have a good story in mind.
Yeah, what you told me the other day was amazing.
What did I tell you the other day?
Let's see if
What?
you can. What was your plan on the holiday side for sports? I want to see if you say what I think you might be
Wait,
excited
what?
about. I'm
Cody,
putting you
I
on the
actually have no
spot.
idea.
I'm putting you on the
Cody, I have
spot.
no idea what you're talking
Okay,
about.
okay, never mind then, chat. Sorry, I tried to get it out of him,
Cody,
chat.
guys, Cody just baited me right now, but I have no idea what he's talking about.
Oh man.
Anyways, I mean, I was going to talk about our holiday party on Monday, but I don't know what Cody had in mind.
Okay.
I,
Well, I'll touch.
He'll tell me later.
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later. I'll tweet it after chat. How about that? No. So at the Pacers, obviously we've been focused on this Pacers gaming brand reveal more than anything. In my department. And then we also had a super exciting announcement yesterday that we're hosting the All-Star game in 2021. So we haven't had any time for anything holiday related. So that's to be determined for me working for the Pacers. But I have a feeling it's going to be awesome. And today I helped volunteer. We did, I think it was over 50,000 meals
Oh wow.
for homeless in Indiana today. So I had a scooper. Check my Twitter. It was on Pacers Care. They took some beautiful pictures of me in a hairnet. So don't miss that. And
Hey, chat. Can we get some claps for Cody for being an awesome person volunteering?
no, it was
There we go.
so fun.
What?
I loved being able to, like, I still haven't met everyone in the organization, so those are one opportunities to give back to the community, which is always awesome. And second, meet a ton of people in the organization that I don't get to interact with on a day-to-day basis. So that was one of the fun holiday things I think the Pacers do for the community. But in terms of a party or gifts we might receive, Grant, I don't know yet, but I'm sure it's going to be awesome.
Well, that's a very fair answer. Yeah, so I mean, I can share a little bit about, I guess, kind of the holidays here at MSE. So it's pretty cool. We're doing kind of like a white elephant for our team, where you get people very very silly gifts. So I'm picking out a gift for one of my coworkers right now. If anyone has any suggestions, feel free to slide it into my DMs. But I think it's really kind of special. I think unlike most jobs, the holidays are really kind of almost the halfway point for a lot of our teams. So it's almost halfway through the Wiz season.
Good
It's
point.
almost halfway through the Cap season. So it's really kind of, a nice time for people to recharge and then come back, after the new year, really, excited to kind of close out the season and, push into playoffs. So, we have a holiday party on Monday. It starts at 11 a.m. I've never heard of a holiday party starting
That's
at
awesome.
11 a.m.
That's awesome.
So Monday, I'm really excited for Monday. I think it's gonna be awesome. And it's casino night, so I'm gonna put on my best poker face and see what I
Casino
can do.
day, right?
Casino day, right? Yeah, it's really casino day. But yeah, I think it's really something nice. I've never worked at kind of an organization before that took such a fun approach to the holidays. I mean, we have a charity kind of give back event on Tuesday where we'll be having a joyful market and going and volunteering at a school. So
It's so fun. That's seriously,
yeah,
I
it's
had a
it's
blast
awesome.
today.
Yeah, it's honestly, organizations that give you time to give back is something that's really, special. I think all of us can give back more. But, especially when you literally are given time that you can, take off from your job to do it, it shows a lot about the values that your organization stands for. So it's a
Agreed.
really good thing. So we here, me, and by we I mean me and Cody, we have two last topics that we wanted to touch on before we got to questions. So I think one of the coolest things for me was actually getting to unveil the brand to our staff this past weekend, or it's this past weekend on Wednesday. Feels like a week already.
Yeah.
I being in the stadium and seeing kind of the Wizards, District Gaming sizzle reel on the jumbotron was absolutely insane. I know Cody has that coming very soon. If he wants to talk about that a little bit later, he can. But we did a T-shirt toss. There's a 6-year-old in that shirt that we just gave away today, dancing. And I think you guys are just gonna see over the next couple of months. There's gonna be a lot of cool activations that we do both at our stadiums, around our stadiums, with current fans, with past fans, with new fans, and really just anybody who wants to be involved with either of our new esports teams. So stay tuned for that. And Cody, I'll leave the last for you.
Yeah. So last night, I'm sure most of you know, we had a big game at the stadium. Didn't quite pull it out, but it was a close game.
Oh, it feels
And
bad, man.
yeah, it feels bad, man. But it was fun. Crazy atmosphere. Local fans are amazing, and hopefully that transitions over to the Pacers gaming side as well. And like Grant said, so let's see, Friday and Monday, if you're from Indianapolis or want to go to a Pacers game, there will be on the jumbotron. I don't know exactly what quarter, but during a timeout, they will be blasting our promo video. So I'm super psyched to see that on the big screen and see the crowd's reaction. And this past week was amazing too. Thank you all so much for your support for both of our logo launches. I was fortunate enough to do that Facebook Live.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, I did a Facebook Live with Kelly Kroskoff, who's our Senior VP at Pacers Sports and Entertainment, who's heading up our esports operation, and Eddie White. I have to give a shout out to both of those guys who have been working so hard behind the scenes for this logo launch and brand reveal. We did tons of video interviews with media. I did a couple radio interviews at night, doing some print media tomorrow even. So the hype starts with you in the 2K community for sure. All the favorites, all the retweets, everything you guys do on Twitter and on Twitch and streaming and just getting the word out there about the 2K League makes it easier on people like Grant and me who are promoting our brands.
It's absolutely insane. I mean, I got to go on a morning show and play 2K and talk 2K, right? So it's the regular old Fox morning show. I never thought I'd be on TV, let alone do 3 TV appearances in the same day. So all of you guys who are hyped about 2K League, it makes an impact, right? It makes, I don't want to say regular people, but people who aren't familiar with, esports or 2K, they're interested in what we're doing. They're interested in, learning more about it. And it's kind of, our job to educate them on why 2K League is, it's a sport, right? It's just as competitive as the NBA. It's as competitive as NHL. So Please continue, keeping up with 2K League and really sharing the hype. I know Cody and I will as well. So just I think a big thanks from both of us for all that you guys do.
Agreed. Totally.
So I will wrap up things with one note before we move to questions. Cody and I, our other venture, now that you guys aren't sick of us already, Tuesday Tenders, where we play PUBG and take questions. Cody is going to be doing a bit of traveling over the holidays, so he won't be able to play PUBG with us. So we're going to pause Tuesday Tenders until the first of the year, until after the first of the year. Sorry. So the next Tuesday after the first of the year, that would be not. Is it the second? Are we going to try to do it the second?
Potentially. Let's say maybe.
Potentially.
Let's
okay.
maybe.
So maybe January 2nd, but most likely Tuesday Tenders will resume in full force on January 9th. So just bear with us. Holidays, travel makes playing PUBG difficult.
Yep.
So with that said, I think we'll open it up to chat questions. We had intended to take questions live.
I've got one more thing. Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, of course.
Last thing. Grant, where can people follow you?
Oh, good point. So people can follow me personally. It's at Kieranthil, KEIRANTHIL. It's right there in a box somewhere above my head.
Yep,
I don't know where. Nailed it. And if people are interested in following the team, it's at WizardsDG across all social platforms. So again, appreciate everyone who follows us. And Cody, where can people follow you?
Right there. No, at Cody Parent on Twitter. And if you want to learn anything and everything about Pacers Gaming, it's at Pacers_gaming on Twitter, at Pacers Gaming on both Instagram and Facebook. Keep your eye out for more socials dropping soon. Grant, what do you think? I know we only have about 100 viewers, but I kind of feel like giving away another shirt before we do a Q&A.
Do you feel like another shirt? I kind of want to make them work for it for next week.
Oh, man, it's just I've been watching chat out of the corner of my eye, and it's pretty lit. People seem excited. What do you guys think? Let's see. If you want to give away, drop a 1 in chat. Let's see how many ones we get. If the chat is flooded with ones, I might have to drop another t-shirt, Grant.
All right, let's do it this way. Cody's gonna drop one more potentially. I'll drop one more on Tuesday for our last Tuesday Tenders.
Ooh, I like that.
That way we get the best of both worlds. Make it a little spicy.
Okay, let's see. How many ones? I'm not seeing too many ones, Grant. It looks like there's
more. I mean, I'll help out. I want a shirt. Bam, got that one in there. Let's go.
It looks like there's more chatting going on. But you know what? I hear some music playing.
Does that mean it's time? I feel like that.
I think it's time. I gotta do it. These guys have come. They've stayed this long.
They have listened to us talk for a long time, Cody.
They've stayed this long, and we haven't even done the Q&A yet. So before we do the Q&A, I want everybody to type in chat, "Go Pacers," no space, right now. You guys have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And you can win some beautiful Pacers Gaming merch. So go Pacers in chat. You only have to enter it one time.
Guys, I hope I win. We're not doing this show anymore.
Grandpa Skittles, I see your DM. I will check it on Twitter. I'll get that shirt out for you tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, same to you, Davey. Man, the text for Go Pacers is so aesthetically pleasing.
Isn't it? Look at that.
It's really nice.
It's beautiful.
Nice to look at. Very, like, symmetrical spam happening.
Okay, so I see 123 entries. There's still some people who haven't said Go Pacers yet.
Making it up there.
I want to make sure everybody says Go Pacers in chat. You have 1 minute. 1 minute. This is the last giveaway of the night. Make sure you enter. Go Pacers. Win this beautiful t-shirt. Okay? Who wants it?
You also have a chance to win, Cody, for one day. 30
seconds. I'm watching the timer. 30 seconds. Then we'll do our Q&A, and we will close it out for the evening. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Let's see who wins this brand new Pacers Gaming merch.
Hey, I like to go Wizards that we just got in there. Yo, shout out to Reese right there.
They're eliminated from the giveaway. Whoever said that, you're out. Okay, guys. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's do it.
Roll it. By any means, Ghost. My man.
Oh, damn, that's a sick name.
Congratulations. He was at my event. Awesome. I am pumped that you won it. A Kentucky guy. Let's go. By any means, Ghost. Message me on Twitter. Shoot me a DM with your name, your address, and your size, and I will ship that out to you. Congratulations, my man.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Is it Q&A time?
I think it is Q&A time. So I will preface this by Cody and our initial intention was to have audience members come onto Discord live to chat with us. We haven't quite perfected that. So for the time being, we're going to take questions just from chat. So if you type it, we'll try to get to it right away. And please don't spam your question because there's only 2 of us.
Sure.
So I think first question from Glizzy: how will security be like for players walking to practice, traveling, etc.? I mean, I'll take this. The walk to practice is like 5 minutes from where we're looking, so I'm kind of hoping things will be fine. Traveling, it's a pretty safe and secure. You get in an Uber, you take a flight, and then you get in another Uber and go to the studio. So I think the security is more for when we do live events, but rather outside of that, they're pretty much treated like a regular person. I don't have Secret Service following me around, and I'm usually fine.
How about we do this, Grant, too? We'll pick a question in chat, and we'll just go back and forth and answer.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, how long will you live in the apartments? Will you have to leave immediately after the season wraps up? So the exact contract length is to be determined. That will be officially announced by the NBA as we get closer to that February draft tryout time, moving closer to the draft. But you will be provided housing the entire length of the season, so you have nothing to worry about. When you're in market, you will have free housing provided.
Yeah, and I think a good point is it's not like the season ends and the day after you're kicked out, right? There's definitely a transition period. We're not going to make anyone homeless from being a player. So, but again, there's no confirmation on how long your contracts will be for, or if you'll be allowed to stay in housing after the season. So, I like this one. During the off season, can I do an internship with whatever team I go to? I'm a health science major, so just curious if I can work on that once the season's over.
First, I have to say green beans in chat for Dev. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Grant.
So I think a good question is, if you're a player, what exactly you do in the off season is still TBD. There's some conversations going around, franchising certain players, having them available for marketing and appearances of that and things of that nature. It's still just too early to say. I will say if you're not a player and you're interested in working for a team, I know at least some of the teams will have internship opportunities for the off season as well as during the entire season, right? So there should be a number of ways to get involved with teams both during and off during the season and during the off season.
Dev, it's not a pickle. It's not a pickle. I'm not talking about it again. Okay, I'll do a few really quick ones. How much do I love the Knicks gaming logo? I really do like it. How will the tryouts be? More information coming on the February tryout. Is there an all-star game? I hope so. Can we bring personal vehicles to be determined? But Grant, I don't see why they couldn't, right? If they wanted to drive?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just going to say TBD on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, TBD on that one.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
I'll take a few. I'll take a few quick. Shout outs to Claire in the chat. If anyone hasn't said hi to her, she's the one who put everything together for the Knicks. She's fantastic. We love Claire. Grant, I'm kind of a taco guy. That feels bad, man. Grant, are you looking for a roommate? Nah, man. This is a one bedroom. Sorry, bud.
I see a couch back there.
There is a couch, but that's not for anyone here. Will there be charity work? This is actually a really good question that I want to talk about for like 30 seconds. So MSC, we do a lot of different. We have a lot of different ventures, and one of them is MSC Foundation. So one of the things we're already looking at activating is the foundation and how our players can contribute, both their time and kind of appearances as well. So definitely for the Wizards, at least, there will be charity work, which I think is something that we all should try to be involved with, anyways.
Agreed. Okay, how many hours a day will players work? It will be work, but at the same time, it won't feel like work. I don't think. If you're a 2K pro and you love 2K, I mean, who knows? You could play 8 hours. You could play 14, 15. It just depends on the day, to be honest with you. If we're scrimmaging, if we're flying to an event and we have a tournament, it'll vary. It won't be a normal 9 to 5 job. That's for sure. Who do you feel has the best and worst logo in the league? So I I like my logo quite a bit. I think the vast majority, if not all, the logos are pretty amazing. I think everybody did a great job. Rare Designs worked hard on all the logos, and I know other teams had help behind the scenes on logos too. So I want to make sure people understand all the hard work that went into designing the brands, the names, uh, all of the everything that went into the brand reveal was a lot of hard work and a team effort.
Yeah, definitely what Cody said. I think it's hard for us to pick a best or worst. Obviously, we're all biased toward our own. I will say a lot depends on the perspective that you approach the logos from, right? So some teams wanted something new. Some teams wanted to pay tribute to their cities. Some teams wanted them closely linked to their original brands. So I think for every team, nobody is unhappy with their logo. They all just had different objectives, and I think for more or less they met those objectives. We'll keep with the rapid fire. How many highlight reels do you get a day? I mean, probably like 10.
Yeah.
Can we as players do our own show like the lovely show you guys have here? Probably not until after you have media training, and you probably won't have time for a talk show if you're a pro player. Do either or both teams plan on having team bondings during the week? Absolutely, that's something that both of us want to do. And again, it's a 5v5 game, and how you communicate and act with your team is a really big an important part to being a top player. This is one we actually should talk on for a little bit. What do you think of Roger from the Mavs saying his players won't see their families at all during the season? That's not confirmed at all, dude. I have no idea why he said that. Don't take that for anything more than that's not necessarily true. Cody, you want to take some?
Yes, I would love to. During the actual season, where can fans that will probably never make the league watch the games? So all the games will be live streamed on the internet, so you can watch it wherever you're from in the world. And hopefully there will be announcements soon on the platforms we will be streaming the games on. But I can guarantee, gosh, all those green bean emotes in the chat. I love it. I saw a ton of Pacers too. Thank you guys. But yeah, you will be able to watch any and every game. It will be live streamed for sure. How important will the pro players be to the city? So we are acting like Pacers Gaming is our fourth team. So we will be treating our guys just like the other teams. You will be a pro player. We want to make celebrities out of our guys locally here in Indy and globally, all across the world online. And then, like Grant said, we will be doing community work. We will be doing media appearances. It'll look like the NBA, just in esports form.
So this is a question that we've seen 8 million times. Also, y'all are crazy. That's 100% a green bean. It's not a pickle.
Thank you.
Just
Thank
come
you,
on.
Grant.
Have you guys seen a pickle before? Like, come on, y'all. Anyways, that aside, this is a question we've seen a lot. Is what is the sub situation? So all TBD guys, we all understand that people will get sick, people will get hurt. I feel a little sick right now. It happens, winter, etc.
Is that why you made your guy 5'11"? Or
that's not. You made me do that. This is all, guys. Cody sold me on a 5'11" point guard.
Go Pacers, baby. Go Pacers.
He literally.
Go Pacers.
I can't even deal with this right now. But the situation for subs, there's a lot being talked about, whether that's a sixth player, whether that's somebody who doesn't live with the team but's on call, whether that's subs at the league level where they'll have a bench, and then if someone from our team can't make it, we pull from them. There's a number of different options out there. TBD. When we know, you guys will know. So don't get hung up on the idea that there won't be subs. There will be subs, or how it will work. We all understand the importance of having people to fill in the event that something happens. There will be a system in place that ensures the competitive integrity should that happen.
Agreed. Okay, let's see. Headbutts for everyone. Facts, tax. When's the next Pacer event? Vandy to be determined. To be determined. Hopefully soon. Like Grant said, he is hosting one in January. I would love to do one around that same time frame before the February tryouts begin. But I'm working on it every single day. I promise. But like we touched on earlier, there's a lot that goes into planning an event. Do we get courtside seats and fly out with NBA teams for away games? I can
Dude,
say, go ahead.
you go.
Okay, we can see how our answers differ here. Courtside seats are a possibility, potentially. Not every single game, but flying with NBA teams to away games, no, that will not happen. We will have our own schedules where we will be flying to a live studio for every single regular season game, tournament, playoff game, and final. So we will be busy, but who knows? You could get courtside seats to a home game.
Yeah, so I'll say this: I don't even get courtside seats to every game, so I don't know. Maybe Cody's got some serious pull over there in
Let's go,
Indy,
baby.
but
Let's go.
No, I think again, we'll take care of our players. There's good opportunities for us to treat you guys when there are home games, but at the same time, you are working full time, so we expect you guys to be practicing, and you probably won't be attending every home game, and then you'll also definitely not be traveling to away games, and definitely not flying with NBA players on planes or whatnot.
Grant, can I pick out a question for you?
Of course.
Okay. Jackie Price, my man, asked, "What do you need to be a coach in this league?" And I think that's a good one for you to answer.
Yeah, so that's really tricky, right? I feel like 2K, whenever you have a new esports league starting, it's tricky to find coaches, right? Most coaches for traditional esports titles are guys who are former pro players, understand the game really well, and then can transition from playing the game competitively to teaching how to play the game. I think right now what we're looking for in kind of a coach, and from our perspective, we're hiring kind of a team manager / coach, not necessarily two separate roles, but more one role. It's mostly someone who has kind of the traditional sports experience, who's worked with teams before and understands how to bolster communication between individuals with potentially different personalities, and really focusing more on the kind of big picture elements that a coach can influence, rather than necessarily being kind of a god at 2K or something like that.
Great answer. Great answer.
Thank you.
Because I think I've been messaged quite a few times on people who are interested in coaching positions, and I know you're looking for a coach, Grant. So
well, coach / manager, Cody.
yes,
so,
thank you,
yeah.
coach / manager. So if people think they fit that bill.
Yeah, so the role will formally open up mid-January. So anyone who's looking will definitely blast it out on all our social, and it'll be really, really well publicized. So anyone who's looking to apply, that's basically how you go about doing it. But we're definitely looking for someone. They would live with the team, go with the team everywhere, walk to practice, stay with them for the whole practice, travel with the team. So it's a pretty fun role for sure, and it's definitely something that we'll be interviewing people for very shortly.
Okay.
Okay. So we have 2 minutes left. I'm gonna take 1 minute to rapid fire. You want to take 1 minute to rapid fire, and then we close it out?
Perfect. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Question: will the team house have an internet set up so I can play online after hours? Yes, our team houses or apartments will have internet. We're not going to let you sit in a room without internet. After the season is over for 2K League, can we come back to the city and use the facility since we technically are part of the Pacers or any team in that matter? TBD on all of that. More than likely, though, if you're not still with the team, you can't just come by and stop by and use stuff. Glizzy for coach, represent. Will there be a draft every year? TBD, no details on year 2. Where can I send my info, Grant? My email is in my Twitter description. It's G, my last name, at monumentalsports.com. What are the perks of having a 5'11 player? I'm a beast. That's all that you need to know. Do we need a resume for an application? Yes, you always need a resume. Cover letters are preferred as well. Can a drafted 5 run against a non-drafted 2K Pro-Am team? TBD on all the scrims. Most likely 2K teams will be scrimming other 2K teams. So we'll know more about that soon. Will all games be on the weekend? Will teams play multiple games a day when they're in the central studio? All TBD. Days have not been picked. Number of games have not been picked when they're in the studio. We'll let you know as soon as we know. Wouldn't it be a great yeah, okay. I ran through all of them. There you go. You have a minute.
All right, let's do it. Cody, which team do you think got the best of the PG-13 trade? Don't even ask that question. You already know the answer. Are you really going to make us wait for that shirt? We did 2. I gave 2 away tonight. Grant gave 1 away, and he's giving another 1 away on Tuesday Tenders next week. Okay? Can you hit me up?
So yes, I am really going to make you wait.
More Pacers gear dropping soon. I'm only doing giveaways for the time being. Console to be determined. New York pizza or Chicago? I've never had New York City pizza, ever. I've had Chicago. Giordano's is the place to be.
Cody, we were in New York.
The teams have different logos. What about jerseys compared to real-life counterparts? Teams will have... They will have jerseys in game and out of game. More information coming on what kind of apparel, what the jerseys will look like, and what exactly is on the jersey. But we will have some. Favorite Pacer of all time? Victor has to be up there now, right? But Reggie, of course. Cody, can you invite me down for a Pacers game? Potentially, Meech. Anytime you want to come, man, we can sit together. How authentic are you guys looking to keep the community? As authentic as we possibly can be. Is Oladipo overrated? Don't drop a green bean after you ask that question. I need a Depot jersey. So do I. Okay. Potentially Y2K cheating one. Yeah, I think expansion is happening at the league level. So we anticipate more teams coming soon, years 2 and 3. And that could also expand rosters down the line too. So before we close it, Grant, I want to ask chat one question. Did you guys enjoy Courtside Esports episode 1? Give me a yes or no in chat. And then on Twitter, please at Grant and me and tell us what you want to see next episode. Hopefully we'll be having Adam Rubin from the Pistons. I know Anthony Morocco from the Cavs wants to hop on. Colin Hayes might get the Jazz guys on, and we'll also be looking to pull other esports personalities later down the road. So look at all those yeses, Grant. Yeah. I think we did.
This is all. Wait, has anyone said no? Wait. Oh my God. So okay, I'll just add on to that. Right. This is our first show. Cody and I are by no means experts at hosting any sort of talk show. So we appreciate you guys kind of going with the flow. We had like a very rough script laid out, but if there's something you really want to see us do, whether that's take more questions from chat, have this go for 2 hours instead of an hour, whatever you guys want from us. The whole point of this show really is to engage with you guys and help answer some questions where we can. So please tweet at us, email us, and tell us what we can do different or better, and we'll incorporate it for next week for sure.
Totally.
Cody, I think we're good to officially wrap up. I think one last time we'll run through where to follow us. And again, also to ask more questions. So for anyone looking to follow me, it's right above me somewhere where I can point. At Kieran Thill on Twitter, on Facebook, on at pretty much everywhere, Twitch as well. And then for anyone looking to follow Wizards District Gaming, it's at WizardsDG on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. So please throw us a follow if you'd like to learn more. We also have wizardsdg.com, which answers a lot of the questions that we get on a daily basis. So please check that out there, along with a lot of great content. And then Cody has a few socials as well.
Totally. At Cody Parent is my personal Twitter. At Pacers_gaming on Twitter. At Pacers Gaming on Facebook and Instagram. So with that said, guys, I'm Cody Parent, my co-host
And
Grant Paranjape. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this evening for the first ever episode of Courtside Esports. Tune in soon next week, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope everybody has a great night. Thanks, guys.
thanks, guys. Take it easy.